all the way to Berlin. So before we get started,
Fucking bars. Fucking bars. I just gotta say that shit. Go ahead.
before we get started, rest in peace to Sid.
Yeah, that was sad.
So, what's your favorite memory of Sid Vicious?
Honestly, it'd probably be bad because it's my favorite wrestler. Probably my second favorite wrestler of all time when he turned on Sean. That and when he beat up it's tiny things. When he beat up Razor Ramon during Razor Ramon's entrance,
Hmm.
because he has pyro for those of you that don't know, comes out behind him and Sid just walked through that shit, no fucks given, and beat the shit out of the Razor. Like those are my top two.
You know what's funny? I was listening to somebody go over his career, and I literally, for most of his career, have been following Sid Vicious. Like, they went through his career, I was like, wait a minute, I know that moment. I remember watching it. It was so crazy.
I
Like,
was late on his WCW stuff. Like I more know him for I, was he known as Sid Justice at first? That was his first name in WWE, correct?
in WWE, yes. When he came to
Yeah,
WWE, he was called Sid Justice,
yeah.
and then he just was named Psycho Sid,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kept changing his name, but like I knew him as Sid Vicious
Sid Vicious, yeah.
because like I referenced this a million times on the podcast. The skyscrapers.
Uh-huh.
That was that was where it first. That's when I first met him. Was like, oh, this is skyscrapers, and then he wound up with the Four Horsemen, which I still have no idea how that happened. He just wound up with the Horsemen, and he was just like their big guy. Have no fucking idea how that happened at
Wait,
all.
now that you said that, I got a third one. When he
Hmm.
power bombed fucking Brian Pillman in the fucking War Games and like he hit his fucking head on the top of the cage.
Dude, that like I remember that because I think that was the very first like WCW pay-per-view that I brought. And the thing about it was so cool was on Saturday night, the night before, they had just mentioned, dude, Brian Pillman's shoulders messed up. How is he gonna fare in war games? So I was like, huh, you know what? That is true. How is he gonna fare in war games? And then Sid came in there and powerbombed him right on his shoulder and took him out and won war games. I was like, oh, storyline.
Yep.
Like that. And then the Masters of the Powerbomb with him and Vader in WCW, it was fucking great because like it started out just like it started out on fucking WWE, but like it never went anywhere except for them clashing against each other.
Yeah.
In WCW, it started out with Sid doing a power bomb and Vader getting angry at him doing a power bomb. So Vader would have the next match and power bomb the shit out of somebody too, and they were gonna clash in Harley Race, and fucking Colonel Parker was like, no, 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 that's not how this is gonna go down, and they convinced them to work together, and they became a tag team.
Yeah.
It,
Like I like the little cheesy vignettes they had with that too.
oh my god, they were the worst, but simultaneously the best thing of WCW at that time.
Yes.
Because like the weird part, like a lot of people don't notice, but like the very first vignette had nothing to do with them. It was like a Sting vignette, and it was the Sting and Jake the Snake vignette years before that. And WCW was like, "All right, we don't need to do this anymore." And then all of a sudden, they brought it back just for Sid and Vader, and it was like the coolest shit ever because it was just so bad, but it was like it was still was cool. It was great.
I kind of want that nowadays. Like I'm like a sucker for the cheesy shit.
Yeah, and like I hear a lot of people always bring this up about how bad WCW was in the 90s. And just like looking back at some of the shit that Sid did, Vader, and all these people, and it's like, dude, I've been saying this for years. WCW in the early 90s, like from 90 to like 95, right before Nitro, as much shit as everybody gives it, it was so much cool shit that happened there. Like,
Yep.
I'm sorry. Like everybody goes, oh, early 90s WCW was so shit. And it's like, dude, those are some of my best memories of WCW. Like before Hogan came in and everything, those are my best memories of WCW.
That was top tier,
Yeah,
honestly.
it was like they had a fucking tag team division where they ran two simultaneous tag team tournaments for two different titles, had it combined, and it was like the fucking greatest thing. It was the greatest thing because they had so many fucking tag teams that literally one tag team was in two different brackets. It was like, all right, we're doing a WCW and an NWA one. And it was like, wait a minute, the Steiners aren't in there, and Dr. Death Steve Williams and Terry Gordy aren't in the other one. It was like, wait, so they're just completely, everybody's completely separate. They're like, yeah, no, we have so many tag teams. And even the tag teams they was throwing together, like WCW in the early 90s was so fucking cool. So cool.
Yeah.
It was the greatest shit. But yeah, rest in peace, Sid, who was the WCW World Champion and the WWE World Champion.
Yep.
He
Before
did
we
it
move
all.
on, like
Hmm.
just so like everybody could have Sid on their mind and whatever and remember him, right?
Hmm.
I want y'all to go on YouTube and look up Sid's leg. You'll never forget him.
Dude, that was so fucked up. Like that was the worst injury in wrestling that somebody came back from. It was the worst injury.
I was just about to say, like, how do you like in my mind, like worst case scenario, amputee. How do you come back from that?
Sid is a monster. That's it.
Yeah. But rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go to Dynamite, and Dynamite starts with a very, very weird opening from a returning John Moxley.
Yeah, this was weird. I don't know what to say about it.
And the first thing he does is come out and he talks to Tony Schiavone and he says, listen, I want to talk to somebody who's not here right now. And my mind is racing. I'm like, who could it be? Who could it be? And then he just goes, Darby Allin. I was like,
Before
oh,
he said that, I had an
mm-hmm.
idea. I thought he was gonna call out Brian. Because remember, they started BBC together. They was feuding and whatever before William Regal got in it. So maybe he was gonna call out Brian because he wants the first shot. That was
That's what
in my mind.
that's what a lot of people thought. But when he said, I'm calling out somebody who's not here, Brian, I knew Brian was there, and that's what threw me off. I'm like, all right, so who the fuck is he calling out who's not there? And then when he
Yeah.
said Darby, that's when I was like at a complete loss at that moment when he said Darby. It was like, the fuck? And then he didn't even say, I want to fight him. He said, I want to talk to him. And then he just walked away. I was like, hmm, that's weird.
Yeah, you noticed that too, right? Like,
Yeah, because it was just the weirdest shit. It was like, I want to talk to him. It's not, I want to wrestle him. I want to fight him. I want to talk to him. And then he just like walked away. And Tony Schiavone starts saying, hey, whatever the fuck is going on. And then he comes back and he just looks at Tony Schiavone and says, this is not your company. This is not your company anymore. And he just walks off. And that threw everybody for a loop.
like I text you of like NWO-ish question mark?
Yeah, but like immediately, as soon as he said that, my mind went immediately to something that I was like, that's it. This makes all the sense in the world. Because him saying that just randomly out of no fucking where, just has nothing to do with nothing. And him saying that, just like immediately to my mind was like, oh, he's bringing in Shane McMahon. He's bringing Shane. That's where this is
Yeah.
going. And then like the Darby Allin situation, like I just like immediately put the pieces together as soon as he said, "This is not your company anymore." Like as soon as he said that, the first thing popped in my mind, "Oh, they're bringing in Shane McMahon. This is how they're bringing in Shane." through Dean Ambrose slash Moxley. Okay, got it. That's exactly what popped in my head. Like nothing else was like, oh, they're bringing in Shane McMahon. This is it.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, because like some like this like that was the line that threw me. Was like if he wouldn't have said that, I wouldn't have never thought of oh they're doing a Shane McMahon coming in angle like this. It was like random as shit, and everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? And just Shane McMahon. That's all I can think of. If it's not Shane McMahon, I'd be surprised. I'd be fucking surprised because I feel like it's just Shane McMahon.
No, that makes the most sense. So you're thinking probably he wants Darby to join them too, right?
Yes, because the way he said it was like not he wants to fight him, he wants to talk to him.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like no back and forth. Hey, I want to fuck you up. It was I need to talk to Darby, and you know Darby is Mr. AEW. So when he comes in with this new, we're trying to take over AEW, it's going to be friction, and he's going to go against him. And the funny part about this is like everybody is missing the forest for the trees because he's going after Darby. This whole thing is being set up, and everybody is like, "Oh, this is weird." And I'm like, "Dude, you guys don't see the story playing out because Darby has a title match in a few weeks
Hmm.
at Grand Slam. That's where it all goes down at Grand Slam on TV. Everything happens that night, and nobody remembers that, and especially after the end of the show." They totally miss the forest for the trees. They're like, yeah, this Darby situation. It's like, guys, it's literally right there. It's right there. All of this is being set up, and you're just like, nah, we're just gonna miss this. Like, okay,
So, like my perspective, I'm probably totally off base with this, which I usually am, right?
yes,
Darby's gonna wind up being their version of Hogan, whatever, Mr. WCW, Mr. AEW. Then he's gonna wind up joining them anyway.
he. So I don't think he's gonna be the one to join him because he's totally Mr. AEW. Like he's
Oh,
totally going to be Mr. AEW, Mr. AEW. They're gonna have somebody join them, but it's going to be somebody that we don't expect. Because if in your mind, just like you just expected that, is like, oh, Darby is Mr. AEW, he's definitely going to join.
yeah,
So if you're expecting that, when it comes to the expectation of, oh my God, it's going to be Darby, they're going to swerve us because Tony is the type of person like, all right, they're going to see this coming. The Hogan situation, no one saw coming. So
yeah,
that's how it's going to be. It's going to be
yeah,
somebody that you're going to be like, what the fuck? That's what's gonna happen.
you're 1,000% right. Yeah, yeah, that would happen that way.
And it's gonna be like so shocking that everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck? He joined? That's crazy. And I'm just gonna be sitting there like, yeah, like Tony is a person who loves wrestling. He knows what he's doing when it comes to shit like this because he knows the moments and he's like he wants to recreate those. And that's a big recreation.
Oh
And
my
like
God, something just popped in my head.
what
Tiffany and
Kenny
Tiffany, if you
Omega
will.
oh Kenny Omega? That's who we were thinking.
No, but that would be a thing. That would be a thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking fucking Darby could be like the new Sting in this situation. We think he's gonna join. They'll probably play it off like he's joined, but he's not joining.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to use him as this thing in this situation. He's
Yeah,
going to. The thing is, remember when I said they want Darby to win the world title?
yeah,
Once this whole thing gets wrapped up, Darby is going to be the one holding the world title for AEW from this invaded situation, and
yes.
Darby's going to be the guy. So Darby is going to be the Sting in that sense. So
Okay.
that's how that's going to play out. So then we got a conglomeration promo where they're in the back, and Willow says, "I'm gonna fight Chris Statlander in a street fight." I was like, that was anticlimactic.
Right. Like, then y'all have something like that already?
Yeah, I was like, like I thought they was gonna do like some wild ass thing, But she was like, no, we're gonna have a street fight. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, they're gonna kill it, but like, I wanted them to do something like, oh, we're gonna have like a barbed wire match or something like something way off the wall. But it's like, oh my God, they're gonna kill each other. But it's just street fights. So it's like, I mean, you guys are gonna kill it, but I mean, I thought more. It's all
Like
right.
even if he would have said a lights out match, which is
Mm-hmm.
basically the same exact shit as a street fight, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
when you say the word lights out, they go more in than they would do a regular like televised like street fight, like the
Mm-hmm.
Britt Baker one for instance, like or recently the Rosa Thunder Rosa one.
Exactly. Like that's why I wanted them to just like switch it up and go like way far out there. But like this would be all right.
Yeah.
So then we had a fucking banging ass match
Oh,
between
not to cut you
Hang.
off. Is it
Huh?
for the title? Because like that was
Yes,
kind of
it's for
sketchy
the
for me.
title. No, it's for the
Okay.
CMLL title.
Because she said something to the effect that the people at CMLL don't want to sanction the match. I'm like, okay, so are you telling me it's not for the title? Okay, thank you for clearing up.
No, it's for the title.
Okay.
So then we had a banging ass match, which was Ishii versus Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
And of course Hangman won, but this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah. They
And
went in.
then yeah, they did. And then Swerve comes out. And I swear to God, I don't know why, but like half of the people missed this, and the other half that like caught it still was like on the fence about it. And I'm just sitting there like, are, is everyone okay? Because Swerve comes out and Swerve goes, listen, you cost me my title. And he was like, I had that match won. You cost me the title. And Hangman said, you're not shit. He called him shit. He literally said shit.
Yep. It didn't beat it
And
either.
yeah. And then this is the part that everybody missed. The rebuttal from Swerve. And I'm just sitting there with my mouth dropped open in just like disbelief. Swerve goes, I was going to leave you alone. He's like, I saw you and your wife and your kids and you coming home from the hospital with the new baby. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? I'm going to leave you alone. And I'm just like, dude, he literally said, I'm still stalking you and your fucking family. And he's supposed to be the fucking good guy. And everybody's just like, no, Swerve's the good guy. It's like, he's still stalking him. Not only that, he just revealed something that Hangman hasn't even put out there, that he has a new kid. Hangman never said that. No one said that. Swerve brought that up in a promo. Like, dude, like, how are you not the bad guy here? And everybody is still like, oh, Hangman should just let it go. He's still actively fucking following this dude. It's like, nah, we're just gonna let this go and we're just gonna believe Swerve. It's like, Swerve just told you who he was. Why are we not getting mad at Swerve?
I'm glad you caught that because like if you didn't, I was gonna ask you literally who's the bad guy. Because yeah.
Dude, like, I'm so fucking mad at this. It's like, everybody's just like, yay, Swerve, boo, Hangman, you should be happy that he. It's like, no, he literally just said, I'm still actively stalking you and just revealed all this information. And then they said they're going into a cage match. And I'm like, okay, good, because this is a different match than they've already had. This is a blood feud. It deserves it. And then Hangman pointed out something that made this even, which made him even a bigger face to me, which pissed me off so much that everybody was like, no, we still love Swerve. He goes, first time you beat me with the Gates of Agony. Then you beat me with Nana. And then the last time we had a draw, you can't beat me without help. And it's like, does that not scream heel to you? Like, what? What is going on? Like, Swerve is the bad guy, Hangman's the good guy. Why am I the only one screaming this?
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, 100% Swerve the bad guy.
Dude, I was like, after this promo, I was so like, I'm literally just sitting there going, "Am I crazy?" Because Swerve, everything Swerve said and did, he's the bad guy. Even though Hangman is pissed, Swerve is the bad guy. Hangman is just the dude who's pissed off that somebody keeps fucking with his family and fucking with him, and he just wants revenge. And everybody's like, "Just let it go, dude." It's like, no, I'm
Like,
so bad.
shouldn't you be telling Swerve to let it go? Because Swerve's the one doing it to him.
Exactly. I'm so fucking mad. And everybody's like, "No, Swerve's a good guy." He's not. He's not the fucking good guy. Swerve is the bad guy in this situation. Everything he's done is just been a fucking ass to him. Swerve is a bad guy. Jesus Christ, I'm so angry. Oh my God.
Wow.
But that was that. And then we had Jamie Hayter versus Harley Cameron.
You
And
fucked that little girl up. I'm sorry.
this was one of the things where you go to the zoo and you see a lion playing with their food. That's exactly what this was. Like, Jamie could have ended this in 5 seconds. She literally just was fucking her up because she was playing with her food. I was like, okay.
Like,
So
why?
I don't know what, but the thing that bothers me is it's gonna be Saraya versus Jamie Hayter at probably All Out. I
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that.
I don't remember Saraya being the one that injured her, by the way. I'm just saying.
So they're making it seem like she's the one that injured her. I don't remember that either, but they're making it seem like because the Outcasts and Britt and Jamie's crew were beefing, they're gonna make it seem like it was that situation, but I don't see that.
Okay.
So then we got something also I fucking hate. We got the Learning Tree with Roderick Strong, and they have a match later against the Conglomeration and Hook. And they're like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna fuck those guys up. Yeah, we're cool." And I was kind of okay with it at the beginning. Once the match happened, yeah, I did not care. I didn't care.
And I guess at that point you were like, bye guys.
Yeah, I really was. So then we had MJF come out, and MJF is pissed off, and he hates America now, and he denounces the country, and he wants to leave, and he says, "You guys turned your back on me, blah blah blah, bunch of bullshit." And then he calls out Daniel Garcia, who comes out and beats the shit out of him. And Daniel Garcia is trying to fucking break his neck just like he broke his neck. Max gets away, and then they turned this like you talked about this. They
Mhm.
turned it into a storyline, a real angle. They turned it into a storyline of him losing the ring. And Daniel Garcia said, "Yeah, no, I stole the ring and I pawned it off."
I didn't expect the pounding off part.
But see, but that's the thing. Like, there was a reason that he had to say that because the ring is gone. So if he said I stole the ring, he would have to prove that he has the ring. So the ring doesn't exist now. So he had to say, "Fuck it, I pawned it off." So now nobody can question where's the ring. It's just gone.
Nice save.
Yes. So Daniel Garcia basically challenged them to a match at All Out. And I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I hope Daniel Garcia beats him, which he probably will. But if he doesn't, then yeah, we kind of know what's next for him.
Yep.
So that was a thing. Then we had a video package for Ricochet because he's going to be debuting later on in the night. We'll talk about that. So then we had the conglomeration versus the Learning Tree and Roger Strong, and it ended with fucking Roger Strong getting choked out by Hook. His foot was under the ropes. The referee saw Roger tap, rung the bell. So after the match, the Kingdom attacks Hook. So now that's their new program. But while that's happening, the Learning Tree are fighting with the conglomeration. So now that's another thing that's happening.
Like a whole new like pay-per-view setup now.
Yes, and the funny thing about it is I'm glad that this happened this way because it's literally two feuds that was going on. It just got swapped to two different people, and it's like, all right, you take my bad guy, I take your bad guy. Woo! I'm like, okay,
Easy.
yeah. I still hate everything about it, but it's like, whatever. So then we get a backstage with Mercedes Monet and Camille. They're celebrating and they're having a party, and private party interrupts. And Zay tries to holler at Mercedes, but all of a sudden, who should step in? Okada.
Bitch.
And he is so smitten with Mercedes. He threatens to beat up Zay. And it looks like the feud is going to be Okada versus Zay for whatever reason. I don't know.
Because they're not gonna give him the fucking title. Later this.
Oh, they're not going to give him the title, but like, I don't even know why they want Okada to just like fight Zay is like weird. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So that was that. Then we had the glamorous Mariah May come out with a robe on, and she talks shit about Illinois, and she talks about how all their women are ugly, and they should take a look at what a real woman is like. And I got flashbacks of Rick Rude when she said that. And
I was expecting
then
the fucking I don't even know what he called it, but the little thing that he did like before he did like the his move, the hip thing.
yeah, the hip swirl.
Yeah,
I mean, if she would have did that, everybody would have passed out.
basically.
But she took off her robe for a second and she had on lingerie. And then she put it back on and she was like, "You guys don't deserve my celebration." And she walks off. And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure."
Boo.
Yeah, because like she said, her celebration would be, "Hey, I'm going to have two titles and nothing else on." She had a lot on. So, yeah.
And only one title.
Yeah. So then we had a video package of the grizzled young vets and the young bucks, and young bucks like, "Hey, thanks for saving us." And grizzled young vets are like, "Dude, we didn't save you. We're gonna kick asses too, but we're gonna kick FTR's ass." Then it switches to them live action and say, "You know what? On Dynamite, I'm like, not on Dynamite, on Rampage, we're gonna have a match. Fuck it, we're gonna have a match against the Outrunners." And it's like, why did y'all have a video package and then switch to live action of you talking about you want to fight these guys? It's like, okay.
The funny
And,
part, like the Outrunners are so unimportant. They didn't even say the Outrunners. They just said some team. They like James Drake literally said some team.
and they put it at the bottom. Outrunners. I was like, well, fuck. So then they did something else that further pissed me off. They had the Takeshita, they talked about him in the G1. They said he had an amazing G1. And it's like, yeah, he did. And then they said, well, he's back in a four-way on Rampage. I'm like, it,
That's how you bring
it,
him back.
yes, it defeated, like, that was like a defeating it at a point. It was like, what the fuck is going on here? So then we had Ricochet versus Kyle Fletcher. And I have to say, Kyle Fletcher fucking killed it in this match.
100%.
And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Ricochet just did basically all of the shit he did in WWE, probably like one or two things different, and it didn't excite
Mediche.
me. Dude, it didn't excite me at all. And I'm like, dude, like this isn't a Ricochet that I know. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, are you holding back for a pay-per-view? Like, what's happening? Like, you did not, like, you didn't just go out there and shock the system. Like, you just were like, I exist. It's like, the fuck? Like, that's not cool.
They didn't even present him correctly, like I said on the pay-per-view. Like I thought would have a good entrance and whatever. It was a mid fucking entrance. Like fucking Kyle Fletcher had a better entrance than him. I'm like, this is the entrance Ricochet should have had. The lights and all that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like have it look cool. None of that looked cool.
Nope. So then, after Ricochet won, Will Ospreay comes out, lays down the title, and looks like he's about to challenge Ricochet, and then gets poison rounded from fucking Pac out of fucking nowhere. And Pac lays him out and says, "You haven't forgot about me. I'm your next challenger." He's like, "Ricochet, you can have whoever wins, but I'm the next challenger." He's like, "Don't take your eyes off of me. I'm the bastard." And he walked off. And it's like, I mean, yeah, like the match was already announced. So the fuck, like, I, I was happy that he did that.
You usually hate this, but like all three of these guys, when Ricochet wants to go, he could go. But all three
Mm-hmm.
of these guys could go
Mm-hmm.
three-way. Eventually, a three-way. Not now, but eventually.
Yeah, but like Pac won clearly to have a one-on-one match, so he deserves that. Let him
Yeah,
have that.
yeah,
It like he deserves that. That's
yeah.
that's what he
That
deserves.
that's why I said not now. Yeah, because Osprey versus Pac alone is gonna be fucking awesome. You add Ricochet later if he wants to go, because as you said, he's still like on WWE mode. It would be awesome.
John Moxley is walking in the back and he attacks a bunch of guys. What
Like,
did you think about this?
yeah, just but to ask you, like, who were these guys? Because like I don't remember seeing them. Like they're just your security guards and shit like that. Like it felt random. Like why is he so pissed?
I don't know. Like I have no fucking idea. But he just starts beating people up, and then all of a sudden this woman shows up. And I didn't know who she was from behind. A lot of people was like, "Oh my God, it's Becky Lynch." I was like, "The fuck, no, what?"
No, I thought it was Jamie Hayter.
Like that's who I thought at the second part. I was like, "Wait, is that Jamie Hayter?" But it was Marina Shafir. So like that wasn't way out of the ordinary. Like some people was like, "Why did that happen?" It's like Moxley literally said a long time ago, "Yo, if I had to put a woman in the BDC, it would be Marina Shafir."
Yep, she does work there. For those of you that don't know, so
Hmm. So apparently she's part of whatever this new thing is going to be. Yeah, cool.
all right.
So then we had the main event segment, and Brian Danielson walks out and he said, he's like, Sunday was one of the best days of my life, and I had fun. My kids was saying, okay, now daddy, you can come home. And like he kept trying, like the whole time was fucking pissing me off because he kept trying to bait us into thinking, oh my God, he's gonna quit. Oh my God, he's gonna quit. And I lied to you not, like half of the fucking crowd was just sitting there and like, we're not buying it. We're not fucking buying it. And then he said the thing that we said on Sunday that he's gonna keep defending the title until somebody beats me. So I'm gonna keep defending the title until somebody beats me. And then he put out an open challenge for All Out.
Yeah.
And I still am not happy about this. And thinking about it and listening to what the person said, it makes sense. But god damn it, it doesn't make enough sense to be the fucking headline match of fucking All Out. Nah. Uh-uh.
No, I 100% agree. Like, I don't know. To me, it should not have been him.
So Jack Perry pops up on the screen and Jack Perry says, listen, I've been made out to be the bad guy in this situation. He's like, people don't want me here. That includes you. But I came back and I did this and I did that. And you know what? I got set on fire and I still beat you, Brian. So I think I deserve a title match. And to be honest, like he did pin Brian Danielson. He beat him at that fucking whatever the fuck that thing was, the Anarchy in Arena, whatever the fuck it is. He pinned him, and he does have a claim because he did pin Brian, but also there's like everybody else that Brian wrestled this year. You can be like, you know what? They pinned him too. They deserve a title match.
Yeah, he's not going through. Like, he's not beating Brian, so it's basically gonna be a throwaway match. One of those.
Yeah, but like I was looking at this and I was like, this ain't it, Chief. Like even though he has like kind of a claim, this ain't it. It ain't it.
Because he's not gonna win. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, if they surprise me, holy shit. But he's not gonna beat him.
Like I know he's not gonna win. I know the one person, like it's multiple people who could win because it's like Darby could win, Swerve can win again, and then like you could just pick somebody else and be like, oh, this person is gonna win the championship. But none of them are fucking Jack Perry. Jack Perry's not the
Nope.
guy.
Also,
So,
pet peeve,
hmm
like this is just a me thing in generally, right?
hmm
Me being me, if I was a wrestler, right? If I have a title, I'm not going for another title. That's too much to fucking carry around and bullshit. Like, no.
yeah, but like people do that.
Yeah, that's always been a kind of a weird thing with me personally. I would not do that.
I mean, sometimes I like the aesthetic of people having two titles.
Yeah, it was cool back in the day.
So that was AEW Dynamite, and then we switch over to NXT, and NXT started off with Fatal Influence walking to the ring, and I was like, oh,
People with
okay.
entrance.
They didn't get to the entrance because we had Jakara and Lash, who were literally like it was cool because Fatal Influence was walking in, but then they switched over to Lash and Jakara, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
they were standing talking. And you're like, okay, what are they like? Where are they? They're talking, and then all of a sudden you see the metaphor thing, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a thing. Like, all right. And then Fatal Influence showed up.
Yeah, my bad.
So that shit was, they have a whole new entrance, new music, and yeah, they look great.
Might as well still call them fucking Toxic Attraction, whatever point out, because it kind of remind me of that, but better.
hmm Like they look the part. They look the part. They look good. This is like this is the only thing that bothers me about this whole thing is Fallon Henley still has her cowgirl stuff on, which to me is just like, Like if you're gonna join this crew, like at least look like the crew instead of having still your cowboy stuff on.
Yeah, but it's who she is. So
Yeah, but like also she could be somebody else. Like like seriously, like it just feels like something weird to me that I'm like I don't like, and it's like all right, I wish she would switch it up, but whatever.
how about the
We'll
other
see
two
how.
become cowgirls?
I mean, I'll be weirded out by it, but I'll also be like, all right, well, now you all have a match and you all are on one page because this just seems off.
Yeah.
So Fatal Influence gets the win because they're a new team. They needed to get the win.
Yep.
And then we have this thing, this video package of MSK and Wesley. And I was like, okay, this is kind of deep because it's from Wesley's perspective. And then it switches to Zachary Wentz. And it's like, oh, this is kind of cool.
I like it when they do these type of things.
Yep. And then it switched to Kumra Petrovich with her entrance. Her entrance is very cool, and not a lot of people bring it up, but her entrance is really fucking cool.
Yeah. It has like a Kill Bill type of vibe to me.
Hmm. And she slices up the screen with her knife, and you're like, oh shit, this is kind of cool.
Yep.
But yeah, like she was gonna face Izzy Dane, who attacked her the week before, and but then we go to the back. We see DJ Nightwolf, and he's talking about music, and then Ashanti Diadonis comes up and is like, "Hey man, did you make that music? Something, something, something." And he's just like trying to tell her, like he's trying to get the girls. And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You should stop that." And behind him, Malik walks in. No, that's Idris. Idris walks in to the room, and Brooks Jensen follows him. But this is behind them. You don't see what goes on. You just see them walk into the room. So that was a thing.
Yep.
Then we have Izzy versus Kamina Petrovich, and Izzy Dane lost. Like, okay,
Yeah, I kind of figured she would lose. Like Carmen like needed her revenge because like she got kicked out of that match. So
yes. So then we get the no quarter catch crew. Yes, Ren Sinclair is there, and they're talking about the match. And then the family are on the other side talking about the match, and these two guys come up and says, "Yo, the Don, yo, something's going on. Something's going on." And the Don's like, "No, no, no, I'll figure it out after this match." He was like, "Yeah, but you really need to see this." And they're like, "No, I'll figure it out at the match." So, did you know what was going to happen?
no, because I didn't like see this happening again in my opinion because I swear they already did this. So I thought it'd be something new. I had texted you and I said a higher boss maybe above him.
No, I knew exactly what was going down, but I didn't know it would be that cool. We'll talk about it when we get to
Yeah, but just before we get there, right? Like,
it.
you know how with fucking, I want to say Rampage, we always disagree. Like, I like it or you don't like it, whatever, whatever. I
Hmm.
didn't like that part whatsoever when we get there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So then we have a sit down interview with Jada Parker. And Jada's talking about how she got here and all the stuff she went through. And then Roxy comes in, and Roxy is like, "Do you think anybody cares about your story? It doesn't even matter. I'm going to be the champion forever, and nobody can stop me." And Jada's like, "Yeah, all right." and she slaps the dog shit out of Roxy.
Yeah, like I looked down for like a split second and I just heard a smack. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then Roxy's on the floor.
Yeah, she smacked the shit out of her. And then Jada gets up and was like, "You?" She's like, "What you doing here? You could get some too." And then Roxy looks up and was like, "What? What are you doing here?" And it was literally the point where everybody is in the most confusing state of all. Because not one person was like, "Oh my God, it's Julia." Everybody was like, "It's Stephanie." No, it's Julia. It's Delta. It, it's this one. They were like, "Dude, nobody knows who it was." That's why it was said to be ambiguous. That's why it was like, yeah, we don't know.
If it's not any of three of them, I actually had a fourth option.
Okay, who's the fourth option?
Cora Jade, excuse me, Cora Jade.
Okay, it could be Cora J too.
Yep.
But the funny part is like it feels like it's going to be either Julia or Stephanie or both at the same time because Stephanie has been posting a lot randomly out of nowhere, just random shit. She's been posting, and it's like you haven't posted in like 3 weeks, and now all of a sudden you're posting. Then on the other side, you have Julia hugging her grandfather leaving from Japan because she's coming to the States. And so, like, both of those things are like, okay, well, that's a thing. And no one knows where Delta is right now, but she's on her way to NXT. So it's like, oh, well, yeah, no one knows who the hell is who. And Cora Jade has been working out, so yeah, like no one knows who's who.
What if it's all of them?
Like I would fucking pop because it would be great.
Yep.
So then we get the family versus no quarter catch crew. And the family are winning, but then they get distracted when Tony D'Angelo gets the call from the two guys and they tell him, Don, you really have to go. Something is going down. And they leave and the family winds up losing.
Yeah, like that was bad.
It was funny because it's like you guys can't do anything without the Don, which you should be able to, but you don't.
Isn't Stacks like the underboss? So technically he's a boss too. It says it in his
Mhm.
name.
Exactly. Well, the family did win. I'm like, I don't know why I thought Charlie Dempsey and them won. The family won.
Yeah.
So then we get Pete Dunne, who's angry and wants to beat up Trick. He wants to beat up Trick for no reason. He's like, no, I want to kick Trick's ass. I'm gonna fuck you up. You don't deserve anything that you have. And I'm just like, okay, but you beat him. You want the world championship. He cost you the world championship. Now you want revenge on him. It really doesn't matter.
No.
So then we get Ethan Page talking to Ava, and he's talking about, I don't want Joe Hendry around. I want him to leave. And Ava's like, yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, I'll let you have that. So then we had the back and forth between Zachary Wentz and Wesley. And this felt personal, and I don't mean personal as like, oh, these two hate each other. This literally just felt like they were airing their grievances, but not to each other, but airing their grievances to the people who made this stuff happen. And I get it. I fucking get it.
Yeah.
And that set up the match for No Mercy.
I feel like this match should have a stipulation.
Not every match should have a stipulation. It should just be a fight.
Exactly. It should be a fight. This is a
No,
match. There's a difference between a
Yes,
fight and a match.
yes, but this should just be a fight match. This shouldn't be a stipulation match. This should be a match where the referee just kind of goes, "Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. Like, don't go too far outside of the rules. You can do what you want, but don't go too far outside of the rules."
But
Like one of
dude,
those leniency matches where they're like, we're not gonna, nah, I'm not gonna suspend you for that. No, I'm not gonna count you out. One of those type
yeah,
of matches.
I could agree with that. The only like difference I would put though, dude, that's his brother. I had to add that.
What the fuck? So then we get Trick talking to Joe Henry, and he's trying to give Joe Henry some encouraging words like, hey, don't say if you win the title, when you win the title, you could give me a shot. And he's like, yeah, thanks for the encouragement. And I'm just like, you, you both know that this isn't how this is going to go down, right? And they're like, no, 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 this is definitely how this is going to go down. I'm like, all right, okay.
They have
Like
to
I
say
know
it for the
exact,
fans.
like I know exactly how this is going down. And when we get to the predictions, I'm going to say the prediction that I have for this. But yeah, so then we have Kalani Jordan, and Kalani Jordan comes out, and she's waiting for this mystery opponent that Wendy Chu has picked. And hmm, her
I
opponent
blame
is,
you.
yes, her opponent is Rosemary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming like that.
I said it last week that something came true from weeks ago when I said should happen, and here it is. It
That was
happened.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Rosemary lost, but Wendy Chu attacked Kalani afterwards, and Wendy and Rosemary are friends now. So, yeah,
So we have a fucking demon assassin and sleep paralysis demon.
yes. So we have Metaphor in the back, and they're sad about their win, and Oral's back there, and Lexus King walks up again, and I'm just like, okay, when are they gonna have their match so we could get this Lexus King Oral thing over with?
I have theory.
Okay,
It's
what's your
it's not going to be a match between Oro and Lexus. It's
okay?
going to be a match between Lexus and Dar because he keeps mentioning Dar.
Like, I would listen. I would totally agree with that, but I have no idea if he's even healed from his injuries.
Yeah, that's my speculation. If he's not, then of course it's going to be Oro. But yeah,
Okay, so then we have the Chase U segment where they're talking about winning the title. They're celebrating, and the funniest thing about this segment is you have Riley Osborne in the classroom, and they're celebrating, and all of a sudden he's just choking out this dude. You're like, what the fuck? Like it's just the most random shit. He just like has his hands around his shoulder, like, yeah. It's like, why are you showing some random dude?
that was what the fuck.
Yes. So then Too Fast, Too Furious walk in, and Too Fast, Too Furious says, hey, listen, we're getting a tag team title shot. They're like, okay, cool.
Like for a split
So,
second, I forgot about that, and I thought they were part of the class.
oh shit. So then we have Brooks Jensen versus Malik Blade. And Malik fucking lost it because Idris got beat up by Jensen earlier in the night. And Jensen wins. But there's something that like I just swear to God I'm not understanding, and I swear I hope this is just like all like me in my head being too over analyzing this. Every time a beatdown comes with the BBC, it's never on camera.
It's not. That's a good point.
Yeah, and it seems like there's just something off there.
You think they might be joining him?
They might be. So Jensen gets the win. Then we have Jevon Evans. And Jevon Evans is on his way out there, and Megan asks him, "Hey, what are you gonna do about Gallus?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna get rid of Gallus, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do." And I'm like, "I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna wind up going against Charlie Dempsey for the Heritage Cup eventually."
He's gonna make it the bouncy cup.
Yep. So then we have Tank and Hank beefing with Out the Mud for some godforsaken reason. I don't know. Just weird. So then we have Javon Evans versus Joe Coffey. And Joe Coffey beats Javon Evans.
Kind of saw that coming.
You saw it coming? Because I actually thought that Javon Evans was going to beat him. So I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's why I saw it coming because like they made it appear like Jevon was gonna win.
Yeah. So then we get the restaurant segment with the Don and Obafemi. So why didn't you like this?
It reminded me too much of the feud between the Don and Dragunov. Like the whole shit that they did, and you know, me and you both shitted on those segments. Like they were too buddy buddy. They seemed buddy buddy, but with tension, like a little bit more tension than that one. Like they was kind of respect there, but not really.
Hmm.
And that's why like it
Like
reminded me too much of that.
I liked it because we got to see Obafemi dressed up. So to me, that was cool because he looked like a evil boss, and it's like, yep, he fits it.
Yeah.
So before we get to the main event segment, predictions on No Mercy
Okay.
and the women's title match, Roxanne Perez versus Jada Parker.
Roxanne, no question.
Damn, didn't even question it.
Now the question
Uh,
is, who do you think is the one coming out for this match?
everybody, everybody.
Same,
And
same.
so, who do you think wins the North American Championship? Tony D'Angelo versus Obafemi.
The fact that they're trying to make Tony more of a challenge, it's
Hmm.
gonna be over.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
So the World Tag Team Title match: Chase U versus Too Fast, Too Furious.
it's gonna be Chase U.
I wanted to be Too Fast, Too Furious, and I'm throwing this out there for the last time. This is the
Hmm?
last time I'm doing this. I'm not doing this anymore. I want Too Fast, Too Furious to win, and after they win, the Motor City Machine Guns show up, and that's what I want. And this is the last time I'm throwing this out there.
Here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
They're probably gonna lose this one, but then they'll probably have a third match somewhere down the line, right?
Hmm.
That's when they win, and that's when it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Because it's also something like Ridge said, something like that. Like I'm like since I won these titles, I feel like accepted. I have a family, something along those lines. So it made me
Hmm.
think, you lose, you're turning against them.
I mean, I want him to turn against them anyway because he doesn't fit with them.
Yeah,
So yeah, I want that.
but I don't think like I want it to happen too. I totally agree with you, but I don't think it's gonna happen yet.
I hope it does. So then we have for the North American Women's Championship, Kalani Jordan versus Wendy Chu.
Yeah, I actually had to think about that for a second. I'm gonna say Kalani.
I'm gonna say her too. Because like I feel like whoever challenges her is gonna be the one that is gonna be something different and insane. So yeah, I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
So then we have Wesley versus Zachary Wentz. Who do you have here?
Since it is at NXT, I'm not to say that'll be superstar. Wesley,
Okay, I'm gonna go the opposite and go with Zachary Wentz.
TNA wrestler? Okay.
Yes. So then we have the main event. All Ego Ethan Page versus
Ego.
Joe Hendry.
As much as I want Joe to win,
Hmm.
it's not gonna happen. Like Ethan just got that belt, so
And also, spoiler for the next segment, we find out that Trick Williams is a special guest referee.
once again, SummerSlam. It's gonna be the third time this happens.
So, once again, also, this is the multiple time I've said this happening. Josh Alexander is going to show up. Josh Alexander hates Joe Hendry. He hates
Yep.
Joe Hendry. He's cool with Ethan Page. He's going to show up. He's finally going to show up, and this is going to happen. Okay, this is the last time I'm saying it. Like, Jesus, like everything I've said, they're like, no, 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 we're not going to give it to you. It's like, no, 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 it's right there. And they're like, no, 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 we're not going to give it to you. So, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Hmm.
It might not be Josh. Like to break that to you, right? Because Josh is facing Nick Nemeth in an Iron Man match for the title, so he got bigger fish to fry.
Hmm.
So it might wind up being Moose because right now he's in a feud. It's him, the Hardy Boys, and I forget who else versus the System, which is led by Moose. So it might be Moose.
But here's the thing. What
Mhm.
if in that Iron Man match, Joe Hendry crosses Josh Alexander?
Then he's fucked because Josh is gonna like fuck him over badly.
Yes, yes. So we had the Joe Hendry concert, and he took shots at Ethan Page, and then he came out and was ready to beat his ass, and then Ava said, "Hey, there's a special guest referee, and it's Trick Williams." And then Ego gets his ass beat, and Joe Hendry pins him, and Trick counts to one, two, three.
Now, here's the thing, logically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this kind of fucked up? Because fucking Ethan's the one that beat him for the title. He cheated. He hates Ethan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Joe's his boy. Logically,
Exactly.
you're gonna go with your boy.
Exactly. But when you can't do that, and there's no way that you can stop it, and you have to count the one, two, three, like you're gonna do that. And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the no mercy thing. That's the no mercy card, and that's NXT.
Yep.
Or the new Judgment Day.
Boo.
Dude, they have a new entrance. Not only a new entrance, like logo wall, they have a new way to get in the ring and everything. It's like it pissed me off so much. Like it pissed me off so much because it's like, okay, they have this new entrance and the camera did not catch any of the coolness of it. Because like they come out and it's like, okay, we have to switch to this camera. And it's like, okay. Then like they have their way of getting in the ring and they're like, okay, we can't show you that. And it's like, why? Like this is their new entrance. Like what is going on?
Didn't they fire the Beaver? Because he was the one with the bad camera angles.
Yeah, it wasn't even a bad camera angle. This is exactly what it was. It was they didn't know this was the new entrance and they just thought it was a regular entrance and they just kept cutting it off because this is what they do for the regular Judgment Day entrance. This is a different Judgment Day entrance, and they was like, oh shit, and that's why they fucked it up. Like
Hopefully
it
we
was
see
a.
it soon.
Oh no, we definitely will. So they're out talking shit, and then the LWO shows up, Dragon Lee included.
Where's he been?
Um, getting a baby and getting engaged. So yeah,
Congratulations, I guess. Okay.
yes. So the Judgment Day fought the LWO because Ray basically said that Dominic don't have the cojones. So this match had one spot in it that was that like I'm not even joking. It would have been the spot of the night. It would have been like, oh, this is the spot of the night. Like this is it. But there was another spot of the night. Like there was another spot of the night, but this one was fucking awesome because everybody is on the outside. Finn, JD, Dom, and Carlito. They're all on the outside. LWO is in the ring. They all look at each other. They go, "Oh, jump!" And everybody is on four different things. The camera angle is from up top. You see each one of the LWO cross each other and just jump on everybody from the Judgment Day. You're like, that shit was fucking awesome.
It was.
Like I just sort of got, I was like, that. I was like, that is so cool. I was like, yeah, that's one of the best things of the show. That wasn't the best thing of the show at all. It's that was cool, but it was not as cool as the shit that happened later on. Holy shit, that shit was great. But yeah, what do you think of the LWO coming back to challenge the Judgment Day for no reason? I mean, they have a reason, but you know what I mean.
I'm kind of tired of this feud.
I mean, they need something to do before the Liv and Dom shit happen because after they won, they're celebrating beating the shit out of LWO, and then we get Rhea and Damian Priest come out to beat up Liv and Dom, and the Judgment Day get them out of here. But the funniest part about it is the Judgment Day, like they were just like people getting beat up, but Finn is the one who makes sure Liv and Dom get out.
Yeah.
Also, JD got put in a riptide by Rhea Bloody Ripley.
I was about to say he's the new jobber of the crew, but he's always been the jobber of the crew.
Yes. So then we see the Miz, and the Miz is getting interviewed because he's in one of these three ways, which I fucking hate, for the IC title tournament. And then Big Bronson Reed bumps into him and he says, yo, you're just mad because I beat the shit out of your friend, but you cannot win the IC title. And Miz was like, you know what? You might be right. I'm sorry. He didn't say that. He didn't say that, guys. He
He had a
should have.
face like that though, like for real, for real.
Hmm. So then we have the New Day who are being passive aggressive with each other about, hey, yeah, we won that match, but yeah, that tag was meant for me, but we won. Just passive aggressive bullshit.
So are they or are they not?
They're listen. I don't know how this ends, and I kind of am just like, I kind of don't care because it's like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because I don't want the New Day to break up anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So then we had Damage Control versus PCB, and it was a match. I mean,
All you can really say about it. Yeah.
yeah, it was a match, and you know, PCB won because They're the new faction, and I feel like Damage Control should get another person because Zelina Vega showed up out of nowhere and helped them, and Damage Control won. So yeah,
But she's part of the LWO though, so
yeah, but like remember, PCB took her out, so she's just paying them back.
true.
So then we get a Bo Dallas promo, and he's talking about how dude has left his family, which his dude is Chad Gable, how he left his family. So then we get Drew walking out because he's coming out, but we also get in the back Miz talking to Karrion Cross. Hmm, what could that be about?
He's turning heel. Because during the fucking promo earlier, he said something to the effect of, I keep trying to do the right thing, and it doesn't work out for me. Yeah, because you're a face. You're better as a
Yeah,
heel. So,
yeah, and I honestly like Miz is better as a heel, but like also that's the point where I stopped giving a fuck about the Miz. Like as
yeah.
soon as he goes back to being a heel, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Like get this guy off my TV. So then Drew comes out and Drew starts cutting his promo about Punk. And all of a sudden he's talking shit and then Punk disappears. Best part about this is the whole time Punk is under the ring. He's literally Instagramming it. He even Instagram lived it to the point where Corey Grave was like, "Where are you at?" Like it was like, "Oh my god!" Like that was so fucked up. So they're gonna have a strap match, and hopefully the match is really, really good, so everybody can stop bitching about this feud, and then we could go to Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, because I'm not feeling it being a strap match, to be honest with you.
We'll talk about that when we get to the predictions.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like I touched on it a little bit last week, but I'm gonna touch on it a little bit again when we go to the predictions. So we had Jey Uso versus Karrion Kross versus Kofi Kingston, and the winner advances to a four-way in 2 weeks for the IC title. And I mean, not for the IC title, for the number one contender of the IC title. And Jey Uso gets the win. So Jey Uso is now in that four-way in a couple of weeks. I hate this. I really fucking hate this. WWE needs to do better. Like I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. Why can't you just have a regular tournament? Just a regular
I was
fucking tournament.
just about to say that. Like, this is too fucking complicated.
Yes. We're gonna have three ways, and then it's gonna go into a four-way, and the winner of that four-way becomes a one-on-one match. Oh, God damn it, I don't care.
For all that, you might as well do what fucking TNA does. Like, they have a whole match like that. It's called an 8-4. What is it? I think it's an 8-4-2-1 match where it literally goes like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and that's exactly how the fuck this shit is going. I hate this. Like I understand, hey, we want to get everybody doing something. Well, let them wrestle in fucking one-on-one matches and then move on.
Yeah.
God damn it. So then we have Randy cutting a promo on Gunther, and he's like, dude, I know that you're gonna be in your hometown, but it doesn't even matter because I'm gonna hit you with the three most dangerous letters, RKO, and become world champion again. I was like, all right. Like some of us kind of know where this is going, so we're like, all right, Randy, sure, say your piece.
Though I laugh like a motherfucker if it goes the other way.
Oh, I would be more shocked than I would be surprised because that is just that is not how this is supposed to go.
Nope.
So then we had Braun Strowman Bread coming to the ring, and he was getting ready for his match against Big, Big Bronson Reed. But then they went to
Memphis Big.
commercials. Yeah, no, they went to commercial first, and then they came back with this little tease of something that I want to see, and it's a sit down interview between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. I want to see what happens, like, because it looked like it was going to be good. It's like, yo, this might be really good.
Like it looked like a tiny bit of dissension there to me. I don't know
Yes,
to you.
that's what I mean. That's why I want to see this.
Yeah.
So then we had Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman Bread. This match was great. This
Yes.
match was great. They were doing all sorts of shit, like flying and all everything. There was a problem there. There's a problem there. There's a problem, and a lot of people don't realize what the problem is. So they get out of the ring. They keep fighting. Like Bronson Reed goes to the back, and he gets there before Braun Strowman Bread, and he grabs this fucking trash can, and Braun Strowman Bread comes through, and Bronson Reed throws the fucking he throws the trash can right in his fucking head. That shit was funny as hell.
Yep.
So they're fighting. They fight outside, and they fight near a car, and they fuck up the car a little bit, and then somehow Braun Strowman Bread lands on top of the car. Bronson Reed finds a higher place and he tsunamis Braun Strowman Bread on a car. He tsunamis him. And the greatest part about this was they showed the replay and the windows bust out of it and the light from the top of the car flashes. That shit was awesome.
Like wasn't it like a tiny explosion too? Or was that the light?
That was the light. That was the
Oh,
light that
okay.
exploded.
Cause I was about to say like that shit like explodes, they're fucked.
That shit was great.
Yep.
So then we go to, like I said, another goddamn three-way. And it's Pete Dunne versus The Miz versus Xavier Woods. And it seems like Xavier's about to win, but Pete Dunne hits the Xplex and gets the win.
Eh,
Like, I know that you're upset because you love Xavier Woods and you wanted him to win, but he lost.
yeah, nah, I mean I didn't care because I didn't see him winning anyway as much as I like him. I like Pete too, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah. So then we have Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's in the back and he's talking. He's talking about the IC title. He's talking about Jey Uso. And this is why I'm like, Jey Uso's winning this whole thing. He said, Jey Uso, he was like, a member of your family has never beaten a member of my family. And that's the way it's always going to be. And like, I literally just had to stop. I was like, am I mistaken? Because I swear to God, the Head Shrinkers beat the Steiner Brothers one time for the tag titles. Like, I swear that happened.
in this
I
company, I do believe.
Yes, in WWE, I'm like, I swear that that happened. But apparently, according to Braun Breaker, that never happened. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all right.
Unless he means one on one.
Yeah, I mean, one on one, probably never. But that's the thing, is like, him saying that is just me just now going, okay, Jey Uso is definitely winning this tournament. He's going to go against Braun Breaker and lose.
You had me there for a second. I thought you was gonna say when.
No, he's going to lose. He's definitely going to lose.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect to him, but he's definitely going to lose. So that was that. So then we had the Sid tribute, and we were getting ready for the main event, which was really special because a lot of people don't even realize this that it was a year ago, almost to the day, like I think it was like a day before that we lost Bray.
Yep.
And now Uncle Howdy is wrestling in the main event against Chad Gable. And how do you feel about this match? Because there was a lot of people who were indifferent and like, yeah, and then like, no. So how do you feel about this match?
I liked it. There's a lot of parts that I missed because I was busy doing something. And I was like, oh, I wish he would have done this. And he wound up doing it. A lot of
Hmm.
Brayisms in this match. So I appreciated it. Bray, I'm like, dare I say, the character wise, Uncle
Hmm.
Howdy is a better wrestler than Bo Dallas. I know that it's the same person, but when you do a different character, you wrestle differently.
Okay, I mean, I I like the match. I'm not against it, but yeah, I like the match. It was all right.
Yeah.
And he also has a glove that was made out of Bray's gear,
It's one of them or both?
just one glove.
Okay.
So that was that. Now we could go into our predictions for Bash at Berlin.
Yes, sir.
So the women's tag team title match, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Unholy Alliance. Who do you
Uh,
have?
Unholy Alliance, so Jade and Bianca could finally break up.
I totally agree.
Yep.
So then we have the mixed tag match, Rhea and Damian Priestel versus Liv and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. What you got?
This feud's gonna continue after this, so it's gonna be Liv and Dom.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because of Finn, mind you.
Yes, yes. So then we have Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. Who do you have?
Cody.
Okay, I got Cody too. And then we have the strap match. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Who do you have winning this?
So as you've been saying, you want it to be Hell in the Cell after this. I kind of want it to be a First Blood. Either way, right?
Hmm.
For that to happen, Punk would have to win because Drew won the last match. So we get the third one, boom.
Yes, Punk is definitely winning.
Yeah,
And Drew's going to say after the match, you didn't pin me, so it doesn't matter. So that's how we get to the Hell in a Cell.
yeah.
So then we get to the main event, which is Gunther versus Randy Orton.
Gunther.
Of course, because Randy is going to lose, get all sad about it, and then we're going to have some real fucking bad blood because he's going to turn on Cody.
Yep. I'd be
So
real
yeah,
surprised if Randy wins though.
dude, I would be. You have no idea how shocked I would be, like if he wins, because it doesn't make any fucking sense for him to win, but it
No.
makes all the sense for him to fucking lose. That's why I'd be like, I would be so pissed off because it would be like you have a perfect storyline and you're like, nope, I'm not gonna do this perfect storyline. I'm just gonna throw it away for just a cheap thrill. And it's like, it would be so stupid. It would be so stupid. So
It's like if
I'm
he
hoping that
wins,
they.
it doesn't really do
Mhm.
nothing. He'll just have 15. Like it's not like he's, I mean, getting to 16. Like in WWE terms, like 16 is the record. So, you know,
Yeah, like it means nothing. It means nothing. And then also, Gunther will this will be his first world title defense. and he loses it immediately. And
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, it's like it kind of doesn't work.
None of it will be trash. Yeah.
Yeah, it just be really trash. And it's like we know where this is gonna go. So hey, as long as we get to the Cody versus Randy thing, that's all that matters to me.
Yep. We good.
Yep. So that's our predictions, and we're going to be back after SmackDown, Capital Collision, Bash at Berlin, Collision, and No Mercy.
So next episode's gonna be long as fuck.
It it will be quite a thing.
Yes.
So
Excited.
yes, any last words?
No, I'm excited for next episode. So yeah, get ready for a good one, y'all.